What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back to a new review. Today we are checking out the premium version of the OnePlus 6T. Well, the premium version in a way. So this right here is called the Oppo R17 Pro and I'm calling this the premium version because this phone is about $100 more expensive and this phone does three things better than the OnePlus 6T. Well, I guess depending who you ask. So first things first, this phone can take better pictures than the OnePlus 6T. So on the back of this one we have three cameras, but one of those cameras is in fact a 3D sensing camera, so you're not going to be able to use that camera for pretty much anything. So in reality we have two cameras on the back, but those two cameras take better pictures than the OnePlus 6T. And in fact, the pictures that you're going to take with this phone are very close or even better than the pictures that you're taking with the Pixel 3 XL. And I even done a camera comparison video between this phone and the Pixel 3 XL, and if you want to check out that video, I'm gonna leave a link in the video's description or the top right corner. So it doesn't matter when you take pictures or where, if you have plenty of light, if you're taking portrait mode pictures or you're taking pictures at night, 95% of the pictures that you're gonna take with it turn out better than the pictures that you take with the OnePlus 6T. But again, you'll have to see who you ask because different people will tell you different things, but in my opinion, this one does better than the OnePlus 6T. Now on the front we have a 25 megapixel front facing camera and that sounds like a lot of megapixels indeed, but I don't find the pictures taken with the front facing camera that amazing. I mean, they look okay, but definitely not mind-blowing. You can also charge this phone faster than the OnePlus 6T, so from 0 to 100 in about 35 to 40 minutes, so extremely fast, and the fastest that I've ever seen for any smartphone. So crazy fast. And you are charging a 3700 mAh battery, so the same size that we have in the OnePlus 6T. Now the battery life from this is really good as well, so you can get between 10 to 12 hours of screen on time, and I think that's a bit more than the OnePlus 6T as well. But that probably has to do with the fact that inside this phone we have the Snapdragon 710 and in the OnePlus 6T we have the Snapdragon 845. If you check the benchmark results from this phone, well, they are much lower than the benchmark results that you would get from the OnePlus 6T, and that makes sense because we have the Snapdragon 710. And I'm not sure why they decided to use this processor in this phone because this is more expensive, so they should have definitely used the same processor. Now, after using the phone for 2 weeks, I can't call this phone slow because it's not slow for anything. If you're using Facebook works great. If you're playing games like PUBG works great at the maximum settings, if you're wondering. So everything that you're gonna do with this phone is fast. I mean, I can't say that the phone is slow, but I wish it would have had the Snapdragon 845 because it would have made the phone more future-proof. Something that I'm not a big fan of is the Color OS, so the skin that's on top of Android 8.1. So this phone hasn't got an update to Android 9. The OnePlus 6T is running Android 9 already, and I'm not even sure if this phone will get updated to Android 9. So yeah, the Color OS doesn't look that great if you ask me, but you can always install Nova Launcher on top of that Color OS and make it disappear in a way, and then the phone looks absolutely fabulous. So there are ways of getting rid of that Color OS up to a certain point, but I wish this phone would have used something like the Oxygen OS that we find on the OnePlus 6T. Leaving the software aside, on the front of the device you have a 6.4 inches AMOLED screen, and this is probably the exact same screen used in the OnePlus 6T, and I was kind of expecting a better screen because this is the more expensive device. But don't get me wrong, the screen looks really nice, it gets bright enough so you can use it outside, the sensitivity is really good, so everything about the screen is good, but I was just expecting a better screen because this is the more expensive phone. We also have that in-screen fingerprint scanner, and that one works good 99% of the time, but I still find the physical fingerprint scanners a bit faster. With this one it takes like half a second from the time you place your finger on the screen for the screen to unlock. So a physical fingerprint scanner it's still better because, well, this is the first generation of in-screen fingerprint scanners. So the R17 Pro is a very nice phone and I could use this as a day-to-day phone because it looks great, it has a great screen, it has really good cameras, it has NFC so I can make payments with it, it charges amazingly fast. But it's gonna be difficult to sell this phone when you can just buy the OnePlus 6T that's about $100 cheaper and that's also a faster phone. So this phone doesn't make that much sense. I mean, it's gonna be very difficult to sell this phone, and I can only see some people buying this phone if they wanna be different, that they don't wanna use the OnePlus 6T that everyone else is using. So this is a great phone, but it could have been better if it would have been a bit cheaper. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, press that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.